Hey guys, Will Beach here with Great Trades, and what we're going to be doing now is starting the actual series of exactly how to get started as a trader. This does not matter whether you have $100 in your account, $1,000 in your account, $25,000 in your account. This is what I do here at Great Trades. This is what I do. This is how my setup is, and we're going to be breaking down this series. It's going to go from the mental aspect to the chart setups to finding the stocks you want to follow and look for trends. We're going to identify resistance and support and just all kinds of things in this series. But today we are strictly going to go with just the uppers, meaning what goes on the upper portion of my chart. We are using the Think or Swim platform. It is free. You can download it. This is a US based platform. I think some people have had trouble I don't think if you're out of the US you can do it, but US based Thinkorswim platform. You should be able to follow my setup on almost any other like legit platform that you can build off of. You can see here all I have is Apple pulled up. I have a 1 hour time frame, and we're going to go through this setup with Thinkorswim. So first and foremost, if you're new to the platform, then you're going to see this studies button in the top right. We're going to click that, and we're going to go to edit studies. And here on this screen here is where you'll find what we do. I use the simple moving average, and basically, if to make it easier, you can just type it in. As soon as you hit SIM, you see simple moving average. You hit add selected, and you would just do that twice. And then you would have two of them. Once you have those up, you would just go to this little settings gear, and you would just hit the length, change one of them to 9 and one of them to 50. And then so they're not the same color, you just go down and change one of their colors down here so that they appear differently on your screen. I have the 9 as green and the 50 as yellow. And from here, I just want to show you what they do, how they act, and why we like to see them on our charts. It's more of a visual aspect. These aren't my overall confirmations, but it is aesthetically pleasing when you have your setups and you can verify it with these levels here. So with the 9-day, basically we want to trade up with the tickers, all these little bars above the 9-day. Okay, you can see that run. And as soon as it breaks below, then you should be a little bit weary because that could be the indication of a downtrend. Okay, this is an hourly, and just to give you an example, this alone, once you got above this, was 303 all the way up to 314. That's a huge move. This is an hourly chart, and that all happened within 1 day. But where do we get cautious? We get cautious when we're coming up to another moving average line because every moving average line acts as support and resistance depending on where it's at. So once we crossed above the 9 here, the 9 we want to act as support, and you can see as it stretches down right here, it stretches down and touches, it's confirming support, and then it continues. But look at every time, this is the 50, remember yellow's 50 line, it resisted, it resisted, it resisted. But look at this, as it tightened up, it's going to make a decision right here. It's either going to go down or up. And the reason why this doesn't tell us the whole story is because we don't have the rest of our indicators to give us more information on where this move is going to go. Now, if you were trading this and you wanted to wait for confirmation, you don't just go in as soon as it crosses that line, full confirmation is the next bar is staying above that line. And then if that were the case, you could say, okay, we're still using the 9 as support. You can see that here. Still using the 9 as support. You can see that here. And you can see it tapering off a little bit. This is after hours in the gray, by the way. After hours is a whole different trading, but that'll be later on. You see it start breaking below, confirm break below. So here would actually be an exit. Again, that's not the point of this. We're just showing you how these support lines affect each other. We know that it's curious as to where this support line is, but with momentum in the day starting, it broke up, but then you see ultimately it came back down, and it's up and down and up and down, and then you see what's happening is this 50-day average is getting tighter with this one, right? Tighter and tighter and tighter, and we actually get a confirmation, and it broke below it, but there was enough momentum to keep this thing going. Big breakout and then big fall, big fall. So I can't explain all that to you right now, but what I want you to do is get familiar with your moving averages and how they act as resistance and support. So you can see here, once they got tight, it acted as support, but at the same time, the 9 is acting as resistance. So it's stuck in between these. This is not a place you want to be. It's stuck in between these. So can't get past the 9, can't get below the 50. A big move has to happen. This is what I'm talking about, how you may have thought this was a good entry point right here because it did break above the 9. However, it didn't sustain above the 9 and it fell below. So anyhow, 9-day moving average, 50-day moving average, that's what I use on my uppers. They act as support and resistance depending on which side of the line you are on. And that, my friends, is just a quick basic tutorial on Thinkorswim on 9-day moving average, 50-day moving average crossovers, and how to acknowledge where you're at in this trend. So the trend being that when you're above the 9 and crossing over 50, you're in an uptrend. When you're below the 9 and crossing below 50, you're in a downtrend. And only certain things like momentum keep that trend moving in a certain direction. And that's what we're going to get to in this course, because I trade momentum based swing trades. So as we progress in this course, you'll learn whether or not it was truly safe to exit or stay in the position, and what the best plan of action is for you, your level of risk, and how you want to be as a trader. If you just wanted to day trade this, you would be on a totally different scale. This is not a day trading course. Choose some integrate some at the end, but this is a momentum based swing trading course, meaning you're going to be holding these trades for a lot longer time period than well, not necessarily, but up from 1 day to 2-3 weeks, maybe even a month, depending on what the chart is telling us and how much momentum the chart is telling us it has. For instance, wouldn't this have been beautiful to know that at $1.94 you could have carried momentum all the way up to over $300 safely? How would you have caught that move? Well, stay tuned. Keep following the series. Subscribe so you know when I put out new videos. Like these videos so we can get more people involved. And I'll show you exactly how to train yourselves to be comfortable in holding with these massive amounts of gains. And as we move forward, each piece of the puzzle should become clear. I want you to interact. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I do have a Facebook page, Free Stock Trading Advice on Facebook. I have a Facebook group, TechMo Trading. Let me verify that that is correct, because I do have to change it every now and then depending on who's out. Give me 1 second. God. Let me look it up on this one sec. Sorry about that. Just want to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. I will type it on the screen so you will have it there as well. It is called Technical Momentum Trading. Technical Momentum Trading by Great Trades. The Facebook page is Free Stock Trading Advice. The group is Technical Momentum Trading. Join us here and start interacting, and we'll keep the questions and answers going. And I look forward to showing you guys how we do things. Thanks so much. Have a great day.